Yo, what's up, you guys? One Piece chapter 1026 is out, and we got a dragon fight. So go ahead, drop a like, subscribe, and let's talk about it. So the chapter picks up with a view of the flower capital. We've got the fire festival. It's still in full effect. Everybody's partying and having a good time. We get a panel of Tengyama Hitetsu and Otoko going through the streets of Wano. You know, she seems to be having a good time. She's eating cotton candy. And, you know, he's looking after her, but he's worried. He can't help but think about how Otama ran off with the Straw Hats to Onigashima, and he's hoping that she's okay. Not gonna lie, it kind of gives me Otama for cabin girl vibes. That might be pushing it a little bit too far, but we'll see. Leave a comment down below if that's something you would like to see. Cool, now that we got that stuff out the way, we got a dragon fight. We cut to the top of Onigashima and we got a dragon fight. Momo and Kaido are squaring off in their dragon forms, looking fearsome. Luffy looking like the future pirate king, riding on a dragon's back, and it seems to have everybody shook. I mean, Queen is looking up and he's just like, man, like, this doesn't look good. And even Yamato's like, who is that dragon? Nobody really knows who it is yet, but they're just starting to realize, oh, that's Momonosuke. So Kaido gets right into it. You know, he uses his hyper beam blast breath and he takes aim right at Momo. And Luffy, being the battle genius that he is, he's like, Momo, use your blast breath. And Momo's like, dude, what are you talking about? I just became a dragon like 5 minutes ago. What makes you think I can use blast breath? It was hard enough for me to fly us up here without dying, and you think that I'm all of a sudden just gonna be able to take on Kaido with a blast breath of my own? I mean, don't be ridiculous. We all know that Luffy's probably onto something here, and Momo probably can use blast breath. He just doesn't know it yet, but that's left to be said. But anyways, he dodges it, he gets out of the way, and of course, Luffy has another genius idea. And before we know it, we see Luffy jump into the air, go gear third. He hits Kaido in the head and smashes him into the ground, which is kind of similar to the one that he did at the beginning of Wano. It's not coded with Rio or anything because I don't really think that was the point. The point of this attack was to cause a distraction for Kaido, for Momo to be able to get in close and bite Kaido. Now, initially, Momo freaks out at this plan because obviously he's still a kid. Kaido's still very much giving him PTSD, even though they're the same size. But then Momo remembers all the moments and all the pain Kaido's caused his family and his country over the past 20 years, and he goes for it. He bites Kaido, and you can see from Kaido's initial reaction, he's in a lot of pain. I don't know if he's using haki, but it doesn't really seem to matter. He is in pain. He's never been bitten by a dragon before, and why should he? Pretty sure he believes he's the only dragon in the story up until this point, and we can say that Momo has finally got his first hit in on Kaido. It's official. Of course, it doesn't take too long for Kaido to start shaking that off, and he takes aim at Momo. He's like, what are you doing, dude? Like, you just gonna bite me? And before he could even do anything, Luffy gives him another one to the face. We see, like, this is kind of a worst case scenario for Kaido. Like, he can't even gather his thoughts without Momo attacking him, then Luffy attacking him, and they're actually becoming like sort of a 1-2 punch, kind of similar to how Luffy and Yamato were before in the last chapter. I know before Wano started, I remember seeing so many theories online that Luffy wouldn't be able to just beat Kaido one-on-one. He's gonna need help, and most of us thought it was gonna be from the Supernova. Some people even thought it was gonna be from Big Mom. But I like this kind of help. They're not on the level of Luffy. As a matter of fact, Luffy's kind of coaching them through it. Yamato is very strong, but I wouldn't put her on the level of Luffy. And I like this because it shows that even though Luffy's getting help, it's still gonna come down to him versus Kaido. From here, we cut to Inuarashi and Nekomamushi fighting Jack and Perospero, and they have the upper hand. I mean, I don't even know how many L's Jack has taken at this point, but this dude is I gotta say, he's indestructible. Like, he's taken so many L's and he just keeps coming back, and it's Oda showing us just how strong these Zoans are. I mean, even Kaido's taken a bunch of damage and they just keep coming, and I understand that they're gonna have to lose at some point. Obviously, their strength and stamina runs out at some point, but it is very, very impressive. And Jack mentions, we're not gonna be seeing the moon anymore tonight. It's shrouded in clouds, and for some reason he thinks, you know, that's enough of the full moon, and they will no longer be able to use their Sulong form, giving them the upper hand. And Perospero speaking to Nekomamushi saying, listen, dude, it's not that you're any worse of a fighter than me, but your luck just ran out. You know, the moon's covered up now, and since you can't use your Sulong form, my luck is just better than yours, and now I'm gonna win. To me, I didn't really think it would come to this. Like, I always thought that Neku and Inu would be able to fight at least Jack without even going Sulong form. You know, we already saw that in Zou. I thought that they would be able to win if it weren't for Jack using the weapons that Caesar created, but it shows here that nope, they definitely need their Sulong form, and without it, they're not anywhere near the capabilities to be able to take on someone like Jack or even Perospero. Perospero has actually been really impressive. I didn't think that Perospero was going to be that strong because he got his arm blown off by Pedro, but it did take Pedro's life. But yeah, you know, they need their Sulong form to be able to reach this level, to be able to reach Yonko Commander level. From here, we cut back to the roof of Onigashima for future Pirate King Luffy to give an epic speech. And he says, Momo, listen, dude, you just bit one of the 4 emperors. That's a big feat, you know, and there's really nothing in life that you should be afraid of anymore. So you've done really well. I'm gonna leave stopping Onigashima to you. You know, you can handle that, and I'm gonna handle Kaido. And guys, we know this already. We know this is really Luffy's superpower. It's not just the Gumu Gumu no Mi, and it's not just Conqueror's Haki or any kind of Haki. It's being able to inspire people. A lot of people, I remember a while back when they introduced the commanders for the Revolutionary Army, a lot of people thought that Bello Betty was Luffy's mom. And this is why, right? Because Luffy's able to turn anybody into a friend, and he's also able to give people courage in times that they need it. So Luffy encourages those around him, and that's his real superpower. A lot of people speculate that that's what the will of the D is. I'm not really too sure about that. Maybe that's a part of it, but I don't see Law having that power or Saul having that power, even though they have the initial. So I'm not too sure I subscribe to that theory, but we've seen it before. We know that even the world government fears this power coming from Luffy. Luffy shouts, I will definitely beat Kaido, and it gives everybody the courage they need. You know, the tide of this war is turning, and you know, even Kid and Law are kind of like, dude, you better beat Kaido. We're down here trying to double team Big Mom. You better beat Kaido. And from here, Kaido turns back into his hybrid form, you know, game recognized game. So he's not going to stay in this dragon form and continuously get knocked around by Luffy in Gear 3rd. You know what I'm saying? He turns back into his hybrid form because he knows the real battle is about to begin. And he's getting a little bit heated. He hops up there and he's like, Luffy, you really think you have a chance against me? And Luffy replies, as long as there's breath in my lungs, anything can happen. They clash. It's a Conqueror's Haki clash because we see the sky split similar to Shanks and Whitebeard. As a matter of fact, you know, this basically puts Luffy on a Yonko level. It's the same one as Shanks and Whitebeard, and it's the same one as Kaido and Big Mom. When the skies split like this because of the Conqueror's Haki, you know it's because 2 Yonkos are clashing. Luffy is officially on a Yonko level at this point. And what do you know? It's that very splitting of the skies that makes the clouds clear so that we can have a full visibility of the moon again, turning Neko and Inu back into their Sulong form. So now the tides have turned again against Perospero and Jack. They do a one sword style and they finally finish Jack and Perospero off. I think it's awesome. They paid tribute to Odin, and yeah, we're seeing Kaido's pieces on the chessboard start to fall. At this point, he's lost one of his all-stars, and even Big Mom's lost at this point what it seems to be her second in command, because without Katakuri or Cracker, I think that Perospero seemed to be the second in command. At least that's what seems like Oda's alluding to. So yeah, brilliant chapter. There was quite a bit of action. I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. You know, I don't think it was as good as some of the previous chapters, but it was still very cool. I like the Ino and Neku fight. So go ahead and drop a comment in the comment section and let me know what you think. Let me know what you think about Orochi hiding in the corner here. You know, he's always hiding, always lurking, always scheming. So drop a comment. Let me know what you thought about the chapter. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and of course, I will catch you guys next time.